everyone. So I've rearranged our living room, and this is going to be our studio for today to cut Caleb's hair. Bailey wants to be a part of it, so she's trying to jump up right now, kind of all over the place. So first I want to ask, how is everyone? Please comment. Also, thank you to all of the workers that are working in the hospitals and around the world to try and help us out with this virus. So, although, you know, it sucks that we can't see each other, at least we have things like this to communicate with. And in my case, there could be, you know, a lot worse scenarios. So I can still do a little bit of my work and have a little bit of income. So, are you guys excited about Caleb's haircut? He is thrilled, aren't you, Caleb?
Yeah.
You're like one of the very few people in the world that can get their hair cut right now.
Yep.
How do you feel about that? Cool? Mm-hmm. All right. So, I had Caleb wash his hair. The ultimate way to cut hair is on clean hair. But now I'm going to do some clippers on the sides and back. So I'll, you know, show you what I can. There's your grandpa watching us. Hi.
Hi.
And Kathy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry his hair a little bit, and I did get my Dyson out, so hopefully it won't be too loud. If you find it too loud, please let me know and I will find another way to do it. So we're just going to dry a little bit of the sides and back so the clippers don't get stuck in the hair. Kind of fun having a live audience.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be 100% dry, but you do want it mostly dry. You'll cover your ears. Okay, good. Thanks, Kathy. So the Dyson blow dryer is supposed to be like the biggest, greatest thing. It's supposed to be a silent blow dryer. Obviously it's not silent, but it's a different type of sound with it. It's pretty cool. There's magnetic attachments. I've had to send 6 of them back. Now Dyson's warranty on them is amazing. So I did only buy 1 and I had it given to me as a gift. And they did replace it. The only problem with having that issue as a hairstylist is that it's one of my #1 tools. So somebody at home buying a tool like a Dyson, it wouldn't be as big of a deal to be out of the blow dryer for a week or 2. So it's mostly dry on the sides and back now. I have the parting where we'd like his hair to come over, and I'll give you a few different versions of how to style this cut. I'm going to take my clippers, and I'm going to put a #2 attachment on it, which is 1/4 of an inch. So that's what that looks like. Depending on your clipper, I guess they would look slightly different. Now, turn it on, and this is about where I want to go to. So you take in your clipper from the bottom up to the top, and I'm scooping. So scooping, so that really gives me the ability to then go in after and blend in these sides. You pull down the ear, see how I'm pulling it forward. Take my hand, I connect and scoop out the back. So I'm doing more of a 45-degree angle along the ear here. And then I can take my comb and scoop and pick it up. Now guys, if you are operating machinery, driving in your vehicle, please do not watch this video heavily medicated or intoxicated. These things are not a good idea to get into hair cutting if any of those situations are where you're at right now. So again, I'm going along the back and I'm doing a scooping motion. Depending on how sharp your clippers are, you may have to go over it a couple of times. Number 2 for thick hair, like Caleb's, is usually a really good length. Now, if you have finer hair, you want to start with a number 3 or a number 4 in order to work down from that length. So in here, Caleb likes it pretty short because there's a part in his hair that kind of flips off to the side on him. So we go in, taking my comb at a 45, picking it up, going in sideways with my clipper. And then scooping again. Starting to look a bit better. Oh, Joe, hi, how are you doing? You might have to do this to Harvey soon. I haven't seen you guys in a while. Okay, so that is done for that part. Now I'm going to take my trimmers. If you don't have trimmers, you can take your clipper with no guard and take it sideways around the ear. Now, around the ear is the most sensitive skin. So you want to pull out the ear and don't scrape it across the ear, otherwise it will cut you or pinch, depending on your trimmer or clipper. I'm lining up the back. It's normally easiest if you get your client to look down because it stretches out the neck skin. Now I am going to turn you around, Caleb, and look down. So in here, just going to take that fuzz off of there and come across. You normally want to stand directly behind the section that you're cutting. Take your trimmers down and then go back up with them. Just ensure that all this hair is cleaned up on the neckline. And then this is the part I was describing to you over here. Right there. I'm just going to tilt this camera down so you guys can see. Look down again, Caleb. So see, when he looks down, I have a cleaner line here. When you look up, there's a dent in here. So you're not going to be able to see because of the shadows. So look down again. So now I can go and I can take that part right off. Now your haircuts are not going to look like mine. I have spent 20 plus years doing this, but these will be some tips that will help you clean up your loved one's hair. Going around the ear, again, you want to bend it down. Take your trimmer on an angle and clean up around that hairline. Same with around here. And then whatever length you like your sideburns to. Now, I'm gonna go in, tilt my comb, make sure there's not any pieces. So that's the back. Done. Now, I'm gonna tilt you back up again so you can see. So now, I'm going to do the top. So Caleb and I did speak already about how he likes his haircut. I've been doing his hair for a while now. So we're going to do a shorter cut, and you guys are going to use regular scissors. For fun, at the end of that, I'm going to show you a little bit of my secret flair. I have to be fast because Caleb is not necessarily wanting to be an actor or a model. So there's plenty of other things. So he was kind enough to sit here. Plus, I think he might have wanted a haircut. So I have my scissors. And no, I'm not going to use kitchen scissors this time. I've already done that for a bang trim for you guys. So, starting at the crown, I'm going to pick up the hair straight up. And I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to point cut. Point cutting is just on a 45-degree angle. Then I'm going to brush it forward and take my section now towards the front of his face. So basically I'm creating a guide. So 90 degrees, you're pulling it 90 degrees up from the scalp and then cutting. You can cut straight across like that. It's faster, but less stylish. When you cut straight across on somebody's hair, you end up seeing the cut marks a lot easier. Bring it forward. Then you can go into the front hairline. Point cut, make sure there's not any annoying little pieces when his hair falls down, if he does not choose to style it that day. And bring it right around. And now, in the back of his hair, I have to be really careful the length that I cut it, because we want to keep some of the weight. He does have 2 double crowns back here, and it will just stick up. So in this case, today, we're actually going to go shorter. So then it just falls into his haircut. But if somebody were not getting regular haircuts, I wouldn't necessarily do that. So again, for the sake of you cutting it at home, you probably just want to cut it really short. And then by the time you get to come and see us again, then I can just fix it for you. And Joe, don't get any good ideas of cutting your own hair. There's only so much I can fix. How are you feeling, Caleb?
Good.
A little lighter?
Yeah.
Okay, now I need to connect the sides and the top. So what I'm gonna do is have his part line where I want it. Right in there. And I'm gonna take my comb and And I'm going to have it on a 45-degree angle again and cut. So move your comb and your scissors at the same time. Right into that part line. Who here is going to be doing this at home? Caleb isn't. I know that. We're not going to trade haircuts. Right, Caleb?
Yeah.
Would you actually cut my hair?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
Like just shave it off or cut it? It's kind of strange to be a Monday. Is it Monday? Yeah, it's Monday.
Yeah.
And standing in my living room window cutting hair. I mean, normally Mondays are one of my days off, but kind of have mixed up all of my days since all of this. We're not far from being done, guys. Again, 45, right up into blending. Is this making you guys a little envious of Caleb's haircut? Since, you know, it'll be a while until I can see you in my chair. Hopefully not as long as I'm picturing, but so sometimes you need to move your person around because there's shadows from the light. And that's it, guys. Can you look up, Caleb? There we go. So that's the actual haircut. Now I'm gonna put my flair into it.
What's your flair?
My flair is when I go in and I do all my blending stuff that you don't necessarily notice, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So I'm taking some shears that are thinning shears, and I'm gonna go in, same thing, comb at a 45, and sometimes, especially in here, I'll go on an angle. Now I know what I'm looking for and why I want to bend the hair at that particular spot. I want these hairs to bend down, so I'm creating a C shaping so it bends in that direction. Now, I don't think you guys need to do this. I also sometimes will go in and take my straight razor and I'll do some shaping with that. But in this case, I will not do that. The worst part about getting a haircut is the hair in your face. So I'm just gonna take a quick second and take my blow dryer and get it off of his face. And make sure that I like the style too. So oftentimes what I'll do is I'll use the conditioning control and shake it, and I'll just spray it in to my person's hair because it will give me some manageability in the hair. And I can either use my hand or I can use what's called a denim brush. So I'm going to take it and just bend it with this brush. So see how there's a bit of texture in there now, like I can move it around. That's from taking my thinning shears and texturizers to his hair. And now I can style it anyway I'd like. I can style it down. He doesn't really like that. He likes it more over and sort of out of his face. So I don't really have to put any product in his hair after using that conditioning control. And then he doesn't want any product in his hair. However, if I was going to put product in his hair, now would be the time that I would do that. Do you want product in your hair? No. Okay. So how do you feel, Caleb?
Good.
Big smile for us? Yay. I'll show you guys the back of his hair. So, this is now the back of his hair. Now you can choose to go shorter in here and blend it up because as you can see, he has more of an M-type hairline. So we can go higher, but I prefer it like this. So that, my friends, is Caleb's haircut. So I want to say thank you all for watching.
Jaden joined.
And there'll be more videos to come. Hi, Jaden. So Jaden is Caleb's sister, my stepdaughter. We love you. She's in Montreal right now. Anyways, couple little things. I am still selling product. If there is anything that you guys need, I'm shipping it right from my house. Everything is here. I disinfect, bag it. I wear gloves and then put it in a couple of layers of plastic into a box and I mail it to you. So people that have new growth and grays right now or roots, the Euphora conceal product is incredible. I'll put a link in when we're done the video. It can just feather out your root if you have dark hair with blonde, natural dark hair with blonde ends, if you have gray roots. And then we have a colored conditioner for natural colored hair and also fashion colors available. So give me a call, 613-882-8046, which is on our website, Salon Bliss Ottawa, or email us at salonbliss@outlook.com. We love you all. Can't wait to get my hands on your hair, so please don't mess it up. If you do, well, I'll figure it out. But I love you.